Thanks for joining me on this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content on the channel. And also be sure to follow me on these other social media platforms. Links are in the description below. All right, have and have not fans now rolling on the train of characters who are seemingly either out of character or getting away with way too much stuff. I mean, we even had and correct me if I'm wrong, but the season finale of 2017 was the Veronica show. The episode where, the video of Justin and Jeffrey is revealed in the courtroom, and Veronica has Jeffrey arrested, and then, of course, Melissa and Veronica run off the road. I think that was called the Veronica show, if memory serves, but I'm actually a bit surprised. It's Wednesday. What is it? Wednesday around 6 p.m. when I'm recording this. And since last night's episode, a few, but still enough to actually gain my attention. A few of the people who watch the show, who I know for a fact are major Veronica fans, have been saying, okay, it's gotten to the point where this woman's getting away with way too much. I feel the same way when I saw a bunch of Candace fans who were just enraged by the fact that, okay, I know a couple people actually messaged me personally. It's like, look, Candace, we love her no matter what she's done up at this point, but sending someone to attack her mom or rough her up for money, that's just way too far. I mean, it's good that Candace fans are finally aware of how treacherous she is, but I'm pretty sure she's done even more questionable and inexcusable behavior even before this, but there is not enough time in the day. But in this video, we're talking about Veronica and the fact that, without question, and I've said this many times, I think even going back to season 3, the show shifted and it truly became the Veronica show. And I'm not saying I don't like the character. I'm not even going to get into a huge spiel because I feel like I say this enough on not just on my YouTube here, but on various other social media where I talk have and have not. She just gets away with way too much stuff. We don't really know much about her. I mean, given the fact that we know she's insane but crazy and sane at the same time, I mean, there really is no character. She's just a crazy bitch in the show. I mean, she's intelligent. I am very impressed every time I see her in a legal environment where she's using her smarts, but it just doesn't make sense to me. I need to know why she's doing this stuff. I mean, yeah, we know she's jealous of David and Erica. Oh, he slapped me, so both of them need to die. I'm going to set the house on fire and this and that. Interesting stuff to see, because I will admit, that's one of the thrills of the show. Is like, what's this crazy bitch going to do next? But I need to know more about Veronica, her past, what made her get to this point. I mean, in a way, you can say that it's a mixture of mistrust with David going back to season 1 after she found out the truth about, Jim and Candace's affair. David tried to cover it up and also, lied to her. And then as an extension of that, the differing opinions they had on their son being a homosexual, then Maggie Day coming into the equation, and many other factors. So yes, I can see why Veronica started to snap, but I really wish we knew if there were some events in her previous life. And when I say previous life, I mean younger life. And I use previous to a certain extent due to the fact that David even said, back when we were married and whatnot, when we just got married back then, as long as I've known you, you've always been controlling, but not this cruel, vindictive bitch that you become, or simple bitch you've become now. And okay, why not explore that? Given the fact that it seems that David was obviously the most dedicated one in the marriage, because he's seen Veronica at her worst. And believe it or not, I shudder to think what she was like when she was going through her stint in rehab. It was something that wasn't just an overnight thing. Things probably got really bad around their household. Remember, she was addicted to alcohol, pain meds. So this was something that probably reared its ugly head in slow steps. And David being David, in the show, it's been shown he's very slow to anger. So who knows how long, things were going bad around the household, but David really didn't pay any mind to it. It's like, oh, it's just a cry for attention. And and Veronica being as controlling as she is, was she the one that decided it was time to go to rehab? I mean, Chandler or Melrose or somebody else that recalls certain things that I don't, they'll probably let me know in the comments. But did they ever say who checked Veronica into rehab? We know she went into rehab. noticed things that were wrong when she was going through the program, and thankfully she made it out clean on the other side and then started her own rehab facility. So did David put his wife into rehab? And if so, I'm pretty sure he would have waited a while before doing so, because Veronica, being Veronica, probably would have been like, I don't have any problems and this and that. And, this is something that might have been extended for a while. Or did Veronica finally say, okay, I have a problem, I need to fix myself, I'm going into rehab? Given what we've seen in the series so far, and the fact that she doesn't even want to admit that she has implanted breasts, I'm pretty sure that she was not the one that put herself into rehab. I mean, if I'm wrong based off dialogue in the show, I'm wrong, but whatever. So those are the kind of things I really wish we could see. I mean, once again, it is interesting and very thrilling to see Veronica do these things, but at the same time, it's the unrealistic notion of her getting away with everything. The fact that David waits until he's literally in a freaking gurney with his back pretty banged up for him to finally admit to people that Veronica did this, while police officers and firemen came up to David on repeated occasions, probably even off screen, because remember, every time that Veronica came to the house, Erica said she was calling the cops because you're violating Veronica, you're violating the restraining order. And that really doesn't mean a piece of shit to her, but it's just ridiculous. I mean, once again, kind of like what I said in my Will Catherine Turn Herself In video, this doesn't make me dislike Veronica, because to be honest, there really isn't much of a character for me to either like or dislike. I just kind of like the things she does, but it would really add more depth to her character if we knew more about her past. That's all I'm saying. I think there should be like one standalone episode for like each character. I mean, it's been done on various other shows. Like, once again, I'm going to throw a nerd reference in there, but if you ever watch Power Rangers RPM, I think the last Power Rangers series for the Disney era before it went back to Nickelodeon with the god-awful Samurai and Megaforce, but RPM did a great job. One of the best series of Power Rangers, to be honest, because of its dark apocalyptic tone. They actually had several episodes dedicated to each Ranger, like Ranger Yellow, Ranger Blue, Ranger Red, Ranger Green, Ranger Black, Dr. K. Just giving the backstories to all these characters and how their backstories led to them in the city of Corinth in Power Rangers RPM itself. Again, I mean, if you grew up with Power Rangers, and given the fact that the 25th anniversary is happening next week, a lot of Power Ranger fans are going to come out of the woodworks once again. The Boom Comics, very awesome, by the way. But yeah, go on Netflix. I mean, once again, it is a kid's show, but it was very well written. So I'm just wondering why the haves and the have-nots, which is arguably Tyler Perry's greatest creation and very well written, at least in the first few seasons, why can't it give more backstory on these very interesting characters? Give me a reason to understand why she's doing that. Oh, she's setting stuff on fire. Was she caught in the fire when she was younger? Did she see arson in her neighborhood? Things like that. Remember, Veronica didn't always have a silver spoon in her mouth. She did not come from the same kind of background that Catherine did. She literally was from Hannah's side of the tracks, but crawled her way up to where she is now. Why not explore that? Show. I mean, sometimes they say actions are speak louder than words and stuff like that, but at the same time, sometimes we need to see stuff in order to truly understand it. That's all I'm saying. Yes, this is the Veronica show. I feel like this really foot fell asleep. I'm actually sitting cross Indian style on my computer chair. My leg fell asleep. But what I'm saying is, I feel like this show really became the Veronica show back in like season 3, where we saw Candace, with Jim in the war room. That's when I just really lost a lot of, I didn't have much respect for Candace, aside from the fact that she does what it takes to get what she wants, but the means by which she does that is very unacceptable. Jim just said it right. You're a big girl. you're a little girl trying to play a woman's game, and like a little girl trying to play an adult game. And that's very true. But given the fact that, Veronica was literally talking down to her like a little girl. It's like, Veronica, please, oh, you're so stupid. And she's actually right. But I feel like at that stage, that's when Veronica truly became the bad bitch of the show. That's just my opinion. But guys, like, this wasn't meant to be a rant video, because I've said it time and time again. I really wish Tyler Perry would give some depth to Veronica. Angela does a spectacular job with the character. I am not faulting her at all. She delivers the lines of she can be this cold, cruel, vindictive, simple bitch one moment, but then like the devil itself, just the way she like when she was talking with Jeffrey at the bar, just like the cold demeanor in which she was delivering the reason. Dump truck. Sorry, that was a loud noise outside of my window. What was I saying? Just the cold way in which she was delivering her reasons for grieving or in being in mourning, and then the light, happy Veronica, the vindictive, talking down to people Veronica. There are so many levels and personalities to her, but we really don't know what they're based off of. So that's why I really feel we need that Have and Have Not movie Tyler Perry hinted at way back in season 2, or at least 1 or 2 episodes where we get some backstory. I mean, there is allegedly 10 episodes that are going to be coming up after the 44 that are in this season. I'm not going to lie. It would be pretty interesting if like a chunk of those 10 episodes, aside from wrapping up the series as a whole, gave some backstory. I would like that. But with that being said, folks, again, I don't hate Veronica's character. I just wish there would be more depth to her character aside from being the nutball in the series. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? I mean, if you don't, that's completely fine. Just let me know in the comment section why. Like I said, time and time again, don't attack me. I don't hate Veronica. It's just I wish they would do more with her character so we can either relate to her, feel for her, possibly have some remorse for her, but at the same time get a better understanding of what made her into the crazy, intelligent nutball that she is today.